Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dominic, the Primetime Treasure Hunter here. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can make $1,000 in one day on eBay. I'm going to take you into the eBay store of somebody who did just that a few days ago in my Facebook group, the Facebook Reselling Resource Center. This person made 128 sales in less than 24 hours for a grand total of $1,000.15. And she did it in a way that I think would be surprising to a lot of people because she used a model and approach that doesn't really get a lot of glory, especially in social media. But as you can see, it paid off big time for her and it led to big time results. Not only that, but in other seller support events that I do in the group, because the one I'm going to share with you is not the only one. There's other ones we do. She's always right in the thick of it. I mean, she's won championships before when we've had other types of competitions and stuff, and she's just always making sales. And it's because of the approach she uses. And I'm going to share that story with you in just a moment. So let me first share my screen with you so I could share with you the context of the event. Here you could see this is a commemorative banner that I put out. Afterwards, you could see all the packages there that went out the next day. There's the numbers there that I just shared with you. The person is Patty Patierno. She has agreed for me to talk about this here on the channel. So Patty is a moderator in my Facebook group, and I put her up for this event that's called Support That Sellers Sunday. This is an event that I have had going on for about a year and a half in the group. And basically the notion is to put up somebody who's been a positive member in the group, someone who's been a supportive member in the group, and or somebody who's been supportive of me in helping me growing my business and growing my own social media presence. So someone who's been maybe supportive in the comment section, somebody who has supported my eBay store, someone who's been otherwise supportive on YouTube, whatever the case may be. I'm trying to basically give back and thank the community who has helped me out as well, because I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for all of you. So I try to help out as much as I can with all these different types of events. And so I've been saying for a long time, including here on this channel, that one day somebody would make over $1,000 in sales in the event. And I'm happy that it was Patty who was the first one to do it. And so, you know, we've had so many people, we've had people with YouTube channels up, people who have a lot of support from other places. This was not really based on a popularity contest, if anyone's thinking that from like a skeptical perspective. Sure, Patty's popular and people do like her within the group, but people like a lot of other people who I've put up in the group. I put up Craigslist Hunter in the past. Many of you know Pete. He previously had the record. He made close to $800 in sales, but then there are a lot of people who were put up who don't have, you know, any type of presence. In fact, most people don't have a presence on YouTube who I put up in the event. Patty doesn't have a YouTube channel, for example. So it's not like you have to have that to be successful in the event. You know, lots of people put up. There was about a 10-week stretch in which, and this was recent, in which pretty much anyone I put up was making between $400 and about $800 in gross sales for the event. I want to emphasize that these are gross sales numbers, so it doesn't take into account the person's cost of goods. It doesn't take into account any other fees. But the models that I'm sharing with you here are ones in which would be highly profitable. So I'm not talking about situations in which all your fees are going to come up to, you know, $900, and then we're talking about, you know, $1,000 sale day. So that's not what we're talking about. Now, a lot of people might think, okay, easy way in which you can make $1,000 on eBay is to sell an item that goes for $1,000 or more. And there are items out there that are like that. I have, you know, certainly shared items like that before in my Facebook group and on my YouTube channel. I actually have a video in which I sold Giant Size X-Men #1 for $1,250, and I sourced that for less than $1 as part of a big comic book haul. And I didn't even know that that book was in there until a year later when I looked inside. So, you know, those types of items are out there. But the thing about it is that those types of items for most people are not ones that are readily accessible. So what people then try to do is they say, all right, let's try to scale it back a bit. We'll try to sell 10 items for, you know, $100. So that would total $1,000 in one day. But those types of items are hard to come by and hard to sell all of those within a 24-hour period. That's challenging. So you could scale it back even more than that. And you could say, all right, we'll sell $50 items. Well, now you've got to sell more of them, though. You've got to sell 20 of those to get to that number. So that's what happens. The more you scale back the total price, the more you have to actually sell of that item. So lots of people try sorts of different kind of combination approaches. But what Patty has done, and I'm going to show you this in her store. Let me share the screen with you again, is she has used an interesting combination of types of items here. Now, what she does have here, let me make sure I get the whole screen shared. This is her eBay store right here. And I'm going to put a link to it down in the description section. I would encourage you to make sure you go and check it out and look at the different types of items she's selling, because I'm just going to highlight some. Now, this page I'm going to start out with here, this is going from high to low. And what I'm showing you here is just to make sure you see that she does have the types of items in here that, you know, many people have in their eBay store. This kind of price point, you know, there's some $50 items here. There's some, you know, $40 items here. You can see purses, gloves, you know, different types of things, some bangles and stuff. You know, here's a jacket for about $30 when you factor in shipping. You know, she has that stuff. And, you know, if you click on the link here, you'll see, you know, she has multiple pictures for these higher priced items to help them sell. So, you know, there's one angle of the boots, you know, there's another one here and another one here. So she does that type of stuff. So it's important to have those types of items. But it's what she has on the next two pages I'm going to show you that is really the key to her success. And so what you're going to see here and what I want to focus on here are smalls. These are items that are small items by definition, and they're easy to picture, they're easy to ship, they're cheap to ship. You could get them in mass, and they're also replenishable. All of those things are absolutely key to how Patty could do what it is that she's doing. She has a total, as you can see here right now, of, let me scroll back here, there are over 600 items in the store. Let me scroll up so you could see that. So that's a lot of items. And one of the ways she's able to do that, if we click on this item here, and you can see there's a lot of them. These are lip balm holders. And I could just scroll down, and you'll see tons of them with all sorts of different decorative aspects to them. Now, they don't cost a lot individually in terms of what her sale price is on them, but you'll notice they're very easy to list because she only has one picture. Now, some people might argue you should put up two pictures because when you put up two pictures, eBay's search engine favors that because it's going into another server to grab that other image. But if what your focus is to try to just get as many items up as possible and speed is something you want to do, then Patty's approach shows that you can do this with one item. As we always talk about, or with one picture, I should say, it's what works for you and for your business. So if she sourced these items in mass for, let's say, 5 cents or less, and she's selling it there for $2.75 with $3 shipping, the key to how she could be successful with this type of model is making sales in volume. And as you can see, that's exactly what she did here. She made 128 sales. Keep in mind that when you have a low price point like that, you could make a lot of sales because it's easier to separate people from their money. That's always the challenge in sales. You're trying to separate people from their hard-earned money. Well, it's easier to do that if you have that lower price point. People are much more likely to spend less than $10 than they are to spend $100 or $1,000 on something. So this is a way that you can do that. Now, the other thing to keep in mind for people who are watching this and saying, yeah, there's no way, I'm not going to do that. You know, $2.75, $3 shipping, I'm not making enough per item. One thing to keep in mind that I know from talking with Patty, and I know from seeing the sales that she makes during these events, is that when people purchase these types of items, they tend to combine them with other ones. So let's say someone gets, you know, this one right here, they get this lip balm holder. Well, you know what? They might go over here and buy one of her koozies. If you've never heard of a koozie before, it's a, you know, basically a little, basically it's a elastic kind of product that slips right over the can, as you could see here, just so you have something not only decorative, but something that, you know, could take away some of the you know, coolness of touching the actual can, so it's a little easier to just grab as well. There's all different aspects to why people like koozies, but you can see here her price point for them is $4. And I've ordered koozies from Patty before. I actually just purchased some a pineapple koozie from her. It's a little inside joke about that, but it's I've bought them from her before, and it's just very easy to ship. All she has to do is put them in a poly mailer, and you know, there you go. It goes right out. It's very, very simple. And you know, if someone gets the koozie and they get the lip balm holder, that's very easy as well. You just put those two things in. There's not a lot of, you know, production work that's going on behind the scenes to really like wrap these things up and, you know, put them between boards and all sorts of stuff that you have to do with like fragile types of items. So, you know, there's a lot of ease in many aspects of what she does. She is sacrificing the higher price point, which she's happy with. I've talked to her about that before, for the ease of photography, the ease of listing, the speed of listing, the ease in which she could replenish these items as well, because she does get these things in multiple. So if she sells this item, for example, she may have many more that she could just easily hit sell similar and then put another one up. She may not want to say that she has many of them, because she might not want to saturate the market with the item and create the appearance of, you know, rarity or scarcity with the item. So that's another approach you might want to consider using. But, you know, say what you want about this type of approach, because I know there's some people who don't like it, and you know, it doesn't have like the flash and the pizzazz behind, you know, that big giant sale, you know, that you made for, you know, $100 or $200. Everybody loves those things and loves to, you know, mention that they made those types of sales, including myself. I have a video I do every month about those types of items. But you know what? And this is not to say anything bad about anyone else who's ever been put up for the event in the past, but you know, Patty's approach, it's the first one that ever cracked the $1,000 mark. So I've got to give her a lot of credit and a lot of respect for being able to pull that off. So if you get a chance, again, go over to Patty's store. It's linked down below in the description section. You know, say hi to her, send her a message if you like. You know, make a purchase from her store. It's a little affiliate link that I put down below. Tell her that Primetime sent you. I'd love for you to say that, because, you know, it would just give her an indication of how many people, you know, made a purchase from her from watching this video, because she was nice enough to let me show her store to help teach and to educate people about what it is that she's doing. She could have held all that information, you know, to herself and not wanted it to go out to a broader scale beyond what we're doing in the Facebook group. So this opens everything up to a broader community of resellers. But, you know, go by, check out our store, and, you know, come by to the Facebook group. As I always say, this could be you. Anybody watching this could be someone who's selected for Support That Seller Sunday. You don't have to be someone who is necessarily in the group for years. There's people who I've put up who've been in, you know, the group for months. So it just depends. It depends on, you know, how you're interacting with people. And like I said, you know, support is very helpful as well, you know, as I'm trying to grow. So thank you, everybody who's supporting me here, watching this channel. We're doing some good things here. I'm happy with where the channel is going, and I look forward, you know, to continued growth with all of you. Speaking of seller support activities, make sure you come by tonight, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that will be August 5th. I am holding a Cha-ching-a-thon. This is the third one They're very exciting, very popular. This is a way in which you get to make sales in the actual live chat. So I will literally highlight one of your items if you are picked, and the whole rules and everything. I'm not going to explain them here. I'll explain them in the beginning of the show, and you can watch the prior Cha-ching-a-thons. But we have one person, Josh Lee Reynolds from Oregon Coastal State. He made 9 sales in a row during that event. And there's a lot of people who have made successive sales. So come on by, watch the show, and maybe you'll make some money and have some fun, and you'll be on the YouTube channel. You get your store highlighted and stuff like that. It's another way for me to give back. And I don't make any commission or anything off anyone's sales from that. It's not anything like that. It's just a way to have some fun and support everybody. So again, thank you everyone for your support, and I look forward to continuing to support you as well. And hopefully this video helps you in your reselling business and gives you some good ideas. So with that, I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you all at the next one, everyone. Take care.